Hey y'all, this is Sergeant Dan with Palmetto Edge, and I've got a review for you today of this knife right here. This is the fairly new SOG-Tac XR from SOG Knives. So let me get you a close-up on this thing. Alright, and now that we got that out of the way, let's get size comparisons. There it is up against the Benchmade Bug Out and up against the Paramilitary 2 from Spyderco. So as you can see, it's kind of a middle ground between the two. A little bit longer than the Bug Out, a little bit shorter than the Paramilitary 2. And how about thickness wise? I mean, it's always my knives are always going to be thicker than the Bug Out. Okay, so this one's definitely thicker than the Bug Out. How is it compared against the Paramilitary 2? Even the Paramilitary 2, it's thicker than that too. So that's one thing about all these new SOG knives is they're thick, and that's not necessarily a complaint from me, okay, but just something to point out. Specifications on this guy, which I'm getting directly from SOG because that's who I bought these knives from, was directly from SOG. Overall length on this one is 8 inches. Blade length is 3.39 inches. It is, where is it? Cryo D2 on this one. Let's see, 5.3 ounce weight. It has a deep carry clip, but it's not in a deep carry position, okay? Same clip that's been on like all of the other ones of this kind of bracket, not bracket, but this, well, like this one, okay, and the Pentagon, okay, so they all have that same Trident, okay, they all have all their really tactical knives have that same pocket clip now. G10 handles, stainless steel liners. This back spacer, I'm not sure that's G10. I think that's just like a plastic back spacer of some sort, GFN of some sort, GFN, FRN, something like that. Pocket clip is 2 position, so right hand or left hand tip up carry. This does utilize SOG's new XR lock, which, if you're unfamiliar with what that is, it's SOG's version of the Benchmade Axis lock. It's a flipper, so it flips. It flicks with the thumb stud. It opens with the, if I can get it to do it, with the XR lock. This is running on bearings. That's not something I think I noted when I did my review of the Pentagon here too. Okay, it's running on bearings too. So yeah, running on bearings on this one. Let's see, what else? Oh, titanium nitride coating on the blade. Clip point. I got the one with the serrations, but this comes serrated, non-serrated. Comes with green handles, so all kinds of configurations for this thing. This one is made in China, so not Taiwan, not USA, but China on this one. And so, yeah, let me get into a review now. So of the 3 here that are the more that are the tactical flipper style knives, in my review of the Pentagon here, I said it's a tie between my favorite between these two, and so that really has a lot to do with just kind of overall design. But if I were talking about quality, this one wins. Not that there's anything wrong with the quality of this one, but the quality of this one's better. And I say that for a couple of reasons. Mainly because it's so much smoother. I mean, it's ridiculously smoother, and there's a reason for that, which I will get to in a minute. So this one is just so much smoother than this one. Now, this one's smooth, okay? It started out gritty, but it has definitely smoothed out. So this one's smooth now, but even so, this one's still smoother. And the reason for that, I actually stumbled across accidentally. So several weeks ago, I had someone comment on, I think it was on one of my unboxing video when I was talking about these being on bearings, and someone said that they asked SOG about it, and SOG told them no, that they're on just regular washers. And I said, no, I'm positive they're on bearings. So just to prove to me that I was right, mainly that's the main reason to go, I'm not crazy, right? These are on bearings, right? So I took them apart, posted it on Instagram, just showing that yes, these are all indeed on bearings. Okay, so there's the Pentagon on the bearings, there's the Vision on the bearings, and here's this one, the SOG-Tac on the bearings. But I stumbled across something else in the process. So this is the SOG-Tac, this one right here. This is this one taken apart, and as you can see, you got the bearing on the pivot here, and then you've got this stainless steel washer sitting inside the liner. Whereas on ones like the Pentagon, I didn't take a picture of the Vision. The Vision was the same way. Whereas a knife like the Pentagon, it's just running directly on that liner. There's no washer there for it that it's riding on. So that really, the fact that the SOG-Tac XR here is running on that washer as opposed to directly on the liner makes a huge difference as far as smoothness goes, and it's severely noticeable. Another difference between the two, and this is just really between the two, between the SOG-Tac and the, I always forget what this one's called, Vision and the Pentagon, is the gauge of the springs for the XR lock. So I don't know if you'll be able to really tell it in this picture that I've got here, but if you'll see, this one on the far left is the spring from the SOG-Tac XR here, and the other two are the ones from the Vision and the Trident. They all work fine, okay? But the gauge is a little, just ever so slightly thicker on the one for the SOG-Tac XR, and it's noticeable. It's got a stronger, takes a little more to pull it here. It's noticeably stronger than these, and that's just another difference in the quality between the two. Now, they're made in different places, okay? These are made in Taiwan. This is made in their China factory. I don't know why on earth SOG can't get the same thing going across the board, the same gauge of wire or for the spring on the locking mechanism, the same concept of the bearings riding on a stainless steel washer as opposed to directly on the liners. But there is an obvious difference in just minute things like that between all of them. Besides that, though, ergonomics are great. It's got the same texture G10 as the Vision here. Slightly different from the Pentagon. Okay, so different pattern, different pattern of aggressiveness, texture there, but feels great in hand. This is that's one thing that I can say about all of them so far. They have all felt really wonderful in hand, and the same thing applies to the SOG-Tac XR here. Pocket clip, I can feel it, but I definitely wouldn't call it a hot spot. I just kind of know it's there with this one. But even jimping in the right places up here on the spine of the blade. Got a little bit on the sides right here. Not really any along the actual edge of the handle here, except for a little bit in the back spacer here. So that's all great and wonderful. Blade centering is perfect. Blade play, non-existent in any direction. One odd thing that I will point out here is it looks like there's screws missing. So it looks like I've got a screw missing here, but then again, it's the same on the other side. So I don't know if that was intentional or if there's, I don't know, but it looks like I'm missing screws. I hadn't thought to do this yet. Let me look at a stock picture from SOG. All right, now see. Stock picture here on SOG's website. I don't know if you'll be able to tell or not, but they're missing there too. So I don't know what the point in that hole is. Don't get it. Don't know. It's got this puny little lanyard hole. Okay, so if you're someone that likes lanyards, that's a puny little lanyard hole there. The steel on this is that Cryo D2, and I'm telling you, I like D2 personally, especially when it's done right, and SOG is doing it right. They know what they're doing with their D2 here, so this has been some really, really great stuff. Blade shape has been awesome. I like this shape, and it's got this swedge along the top here that comes almost all the way to the tip, so I really like that. The tip's good, and I would consider it good and strong. Now, I wouldn't be prying with this, okay? I don't ever really pry with my knives. They're not pry bars, they're cutting tools, right? Let's see what else. Easy in and out of pocket. The way they do these pocket clips on this class of knife is just wonderful. Got that screw that's real flat, doesn't snag on anything, just super easy in and out of pocket. So yeah, now let me get to the real kicker on this thing. Why I really, really like this one. Maybe now that I'm sitting here talking about it, maybe even more so than the Pentagon. I really like the design of the Pentagon better, but like every single thing else I like better about this. So maybe I misspoke in my Pentagon review. But big thing is price on this one. These are $79.95. This one is $174.95, I think. So $175 or $80. So less than half the price of these two for this one. And what's the only difference as far as materials go? The steel. These are Cryo XHP and these are Cryo D2. That's kind of crazy in my opinion. So half the price of these two for this one, and you get slightly better build quality, slightly better. Just the quality in hand feels better. That flipping action feels better. The feedback from the locking mechanism, because it's got that slightly thicker spring, feels better. And the only difference is the blade steel. Like I said, XHP versus D2. So $80 all day long for this one, guys. Totally fair in my opinion. Get a great, solid kind of tank of a knife with decent materials and stuff like that for $80. I mean, only downside to all of them is that they're made overseas. Man, if SOG could figure out how to start making more or all of their stuff in the U.S., oh man, they would be a knockout of a company. But I would pay $80 all day for this knife, y'all. I'm absolutely thrilled that I got it. I have loved it. Would absolutely replace it if I messed it up and SOG wouldn't take care of me. This is just a great knife. So if you're looking for some kind of a good tactical folder built like a tank, made with good quality materials, has good action, all that great stuff, then this is definitely a good option for you guys. So there it is, the SOG-Tac XR. So guys, thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, check out my other videos. Go check out my Instagram. It's at Palmetto Edge. And again, guys, thank y'all for watching. Y'all have a good one.